Welcome to Inner World, and meet Robert, our unlikely hero. Robert lives in Asposia, a world that exists inside a huge hollow space deep underneath our everyday world. He's the protagonist of our game, and he's on a quest to solve some riddles. The Inner World is an adventure game with a story that's rich in dialogue and detail. It was created by Studio Fisbin, a developer based in Ludwigsburg.
In the Inner World, we found a perfect blend between a game for older, experienced adventure game lovers and for a younger generation of players. That's why we won the Best Family Game Award, and we're very proud of it.
They were still students when they got their start 2 years ago. Programmer Alexander Pieper, art director Mareike Ottrand, and game director Sebastian Mittag. 3 months ago, Mittag opened a branch office of Studio Fisbin in Berlin. The three founders talk over Skype almost every day. As art director, Mareike Ottrand is responsible for developing the characters. She draws them by hand. The Asposians are supposed to be from another galaxy, but their personalities and traits are very human.
A good character has to be vulnerable in some way. A character has to resemble us in some way if we're going to empathize with it. That doesn't really happen when the character is a superhero who can do everything. So that's always something we try to bring to our characters. They aren't superheroes with amazing superpowers. They're regular beings who just find themselves dropped into a situation that they have to deal with.
It was their first big project. 3 years of work, a staff of 20, and lots of dedication went into it. Alexander Pieper programmed the computer and the mobile version. Released a few months ago, the mobile version soon topped the sales charts for several days at the Apple App Store. Success is a great motivator.
It's a great feeling for us as a small studio to stand shoulder to shoulder with the big studios that were also nominated for the German Developers Prize. We're the little rascal, edging our way onto the stage between all the really big guys. It's a great feeling.
The young team was nominated for 5 categories in this year's German Developers Prize, competing with some established companies. Like Hamburg's Daedalic Entertainment, whose Goodbye Deponia took first place in the category Best Adventure Game.
Worse than any of you.
The first-person shooter Crisis 3 by the Frankfurt-based Crytek company also netted several awards.
A really good game has to grab the player. It has to offer a framework that immerses the player in the game and creates a flow. I achieve flow by creating a game that's not too difficult, but still challenging enough to make it interesting.
And this is where aspiring developers can learn how to do just that. The Filmakademie Baden-Württemberg in southern Germany. Their interactive media program teaches video game design and development. It's where the 3 Fisbin founders met and came up with their award-winning idea. Studio Fisbin began working on their second game in October. It ventures into new territory, a dark world inspired by the American master of horror fantasy, H.P. Lovecraft.
Drawing monsters is a lot of fun because you can really go to town. You can add an eye here, leave out the upper jaw there, and you work with moods. You browse the internet, find things you like, combine them, try them out, and in the end, you come up with a style.
The new project will also be an adventure game, but aimed at adults. Titled Beyond the Mountains, it's slated for release this spring.